Good day, scholars. This is the last section of the benchmark review packet, and it actually looks at reading nonfiction, what that looks like, what that means. Your test is nonfiction. It will look very similar to this in that the text you're reading is true or factual information. This text was walking for exercise and pleasure, and the entire piece of writing is about walking, okay? I want you to notice something though here too, and this is where external text structures like the title and subheading here help to support us. This one says the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports. So this is the organization in which we are getting the information from. If you look, I just want to actually take us down to the questions, and then we'll go back and look at the text. So the first question is, which of the following is the main generalization in this publication? And for A not being correct, Americans are walking incorrectly, the text never describes that, okay? If you look at older people like to walk, that could be an overall kind of actually a faulty generalization. But in this particular case, we don't even, yes, they like to walk, but that's not the main purpose of the article. If you look here, Americans have poor exercise habits. It actually doesn't fully develop this concept. Walking is good for you is what I picked as the main generalization. And here's where my support comes from. If you look at the text, look at all of these subheadings. Almost everyone can do it. You can do it almost anywhere. You can do it almost any time. It doesn't cost anything. Those are some things that support that it's good for you. If you actually look here, it has. Walking is the only exercise in which the rate of participation goes up. It talks about famous people doing it. It's a sure way to stay fit, okay? It's one where it talked about the amount of calories in this section that you could burn, okay? Briskly walking 1 mile in 15 minutes burns about the same as jogging. That's a definite plus, okay? And that it's really good for you overall. If you look at question 2, it says choose the detail that best supports this generalization. People should make time to walk. I want you to notice here, should is actually a key opinion word. When someone tells you you should do something, that means they believe that, okay? You may not believe that. But in this case, A is our answer. Almost anyone can do it, almost anywhere at no cost, okay? And again, those go to the subheadings. Why B, C, and D aren't correct? It said, walking has been widely practiced as a recreational activity throughout recorded history. This is true, but does that support that people should do walking? Just because I know Thomas Jefferson walked, does that support why I should walk? I mean, he's hundreds of years ago. Is there a connection there? Classical and early literature shows walking. Is that going to convince me to walk? I don't think so. Walking is the most popular form of exercise. This could support it, I think, but I think the key what you get here is that everyone could be a part of walking. Even though people have been doing it for a long time, what would support it is no matter what your body type, energy level, or age, you could do this. You could take this on. All right. If you look at the third question, what generalization can you make based on this quote? Walking burns approximately the same amount of calories per mile as does running, a fact particularly appealing to those who find it difficult to sustain or to keep the jarring effects of long-distance jogging. What I would note here is this in the question. Jarring effects of long-distance running. Jarring implies that there are these long-term effects on your body that could really hurt you. Jarring means to literally to kind of shake or to move. I think it's really trying to get at the point that running can be hard on your body and walking is a lot easier and less constructive or destructive on your bones. All right, guys, this is the end of your review section. One thing you want to do, oh, actually, I'm sorry, guys, just kidding. The last part was internal text structure and nonfiction. I do want to give you the quick answers for these ones. They're all about Olympics, and you have to decide is it cause and effect, problem, solution, or description. The first one is describing. It's describing the Olympic symbol, and that's what we find here. Notice it uses these keywords, consists of, okay, and it goes on to kind of describe it. It even uses the term represent. The next one was cause and effect, and I think these can be really challenging, but I want you to know what I thought in it. Cause and effect I really put because it's the results of attending or watching the Olympics. So in some cases, this is the benefits of doing so, okay? In this case, it reminds people of the ancient games, okay? They can escape the ordinariness of everyday life. They can identify with someone else's individual sacrifice and accomplishment. There's a sense of national pride. All of those together help to show the effects or the results. Okay. The last one is problem solution. Okay, and here again, these keywords. The keyword is problem. Keyword here is solve these problems. Problem solution, internal text structure. Use one of the graphic organizers from earlier to really help you understand which text structure it is. All right, guys, happy studying. Go through here and see if there's anything that you still feel unsure of. If there are questions, you're welcome to bring them to class.